skipped by Isabelle Ladouceur. Currently ranked 30th in the world, so still high for Team Ladouceur to be in those rankings as well. And again, just a taste of the caliber that's going on this week here at the club. So we're here in the first end, and Team Ladouceur with hammer. Sorry, Team Tirinzoni with hammer. Coming in behind their corner guard. So we have a couple guards up front, 2 rocks down into the rings, and these teams going right at it here first thing this morning.
Okay. Did you get a time on hers? Okay, so similar weight.
Let us know where you're watching from. Always great to hear. If you're watching us on the YouTube stream, throw your location up in the chat. That rock comes up a little shorter than where they wanted it. Now Tirinzoni, opportunity to come in behind those 2 yellow stones of Ladouceur. Outside sweeper trying to move this down and carve it towards the center. Now both sweepers on it. Realizing if they're not going to tuck in where they want it back a little further in the house. Now an opportunity for Isabelle here to call a draw to where Tirinzoni wanted that first rock. You'll notice only one sweeper here on the ice as this Yellowstone comes down. Team Ladouceur playing with 3 players, so some may say disadvantaged, but we have seen teams at the elite level and world level play with 3 teams and still be successful. I'm sure the team has talked about it and prepped for how this would work for them. That stone gets down to the back 4, but not undercover where they wanted it. We're in day 3 here of the event. Still lots of curling left today and tomorrow and Sunday. Admission is free at the club, 948 South Bland Street. Entertainment tonight, tomorrow night, lots of food. Come on down. You see this rock comes down, makes the hit, rolls out on the center line, quite exposed, but behind the tee line. So Ladouceur is looking to make a hit and roll and try to get tucked under that Yellowstone, where both teams have wanted to go here for these last few shots. looking for the hit and roll. Sweeper's been off it. It's going to hit and just roll a bit. Not quite as much as they wanted. Quite open, and now gives Team Tirinzoni the opportunity to make the same shot and roll undercover. Tirinzoni skipping this team, but throwing third stones. So she's in the hack for her first of 2. Makes the hit, rolls over.
Didn't she say 10-5? 9-5. Oh, okay.
Players confirming the weight that was called there. Wanting to make sure that they understood what was being asked of them. Important for the sweeper to know that, so as the rock is released from the hand, they can give the skip a heads up that to make the call as it comes down. And this stone is just inside. It's going to rub on that guard and fall outside, so bit of a miss there. Opportunity for Tirinzoni to either come down with a draw behind that yellow stone in the top 12 or trade the hit and roll again. Looks like they're looking at the draw.
Könntet eigentlich von der anderen Seite einen halben offen lassen. Ja. Da sieht man so halben offen. Gut. Ja.
Looking to come around the other side now. Neither team's been out here yet, so first draw of the day, a little bit of unknown ice. Hi, Rick from Bradford, sorry. Still working on my second coffee. Thanks for checking in with us online.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
I prefer the straightaway.
10?
Yeah. Actually, we'll take edge because
Isabelle Ladouceur looks to come down for her first of 2. Call for a hit here on the red stone, just on the edge of the 4-foot. Men's event at this brought to you by Steel Subaru. We have other great sponsors that help make this event happen. The Murphy Hospitality Group, Prince Edward Island Brewing Company, Crombie REIT, Scotia Square, and the Curling Store. Thanks to all of you for helping this event take place. First skip stone here in the first end. Immediately calling the sweeper on. Stone is curling more than they wanted. Will they clip a bit of it? They will. They'll get the hit. Shooter rolls out. They do get that red stone out. Thanks again, Rick. Kind words there. A lot of effort goes into this event. It is wholly run by volunteers, and the Halifax Run Club is very grateful to have a couple staff as well that help out, but 40, 50 volunteers to run this event. And the streaming, well, we've been doing this for 5 years. We're learning as we go. Appreciate that you think it's valuable to you to watch. So.
And Martha, what's 4 key line?
First to 2 here for third Team Tirinzoni, but throwing fourth rocks. Elena Pats trying to come down this draw behind the yellow stone to that top 4 that both teams have been fighting to get to, and they get to it, but it is open.
Seems like the inside outs are pretty
I
curly.
think it
So I
will.
do like a 9-5, but I think we'll give him like here.
Okay.
Yeah. You think that's too much?
Grace. You gave Grace like here, eh?
Yeah. So maybe, yeah. That should be close. Sorry. Can we throw a 10 and make sure we're sticking around? And then, yeah, I like that a lot.
They want to make sure this shooter stays in the rings. Two red stones down there. Tirinzoni with 1 left. Ladouceur wants to make sure they
Close. Whoa.
minimize the damage here in this first end.
Good. Whoa.
This one comes down, makes the hit, which is what they wanted, rolls over and undercover nicely, and what a shot. Now, it did poke out the other side, so there is an opportunity here for the hit or the draw to the full 4. Looks like they're electing to take the draw for 2 here in the first end. Final stone here in the first. Draw for 2. So we watch this come down, calling off, and is it gonna stop in time? It just does. By a couple inches. So at the end of the first here, Team Tirinzoni with hammer goes up by 2. And what was a really close draw there at the end. Chris is checking in from us with Chatham, Ontario. Thanks, Chris. Again, appreciate the feedback. Wasn't able to commentate many of the games last year, but I did the year before, and always really enjoy seeing where people are checking in from. Last year's winner of this event, Team Caitlin Laws. Not here this year, but it's great to have them down. And the year before, Team Suzanne Burt from PEI next door to us. This being the third year of the women's event as part of the Stu Sells Halifax Classic. Men's event started in 2018. So got a head start there with a couple years running the men's event, and we've had winners the likes of Brad Gushu, John Epping last year, Team Glenn Howard and Scott Howard 2 years, and local homegrown Team Stuart Thompson. So lots of competition here. And now we've just had another check-in from Japan. So that's awesome to see. Thanks. Michigan, Sue. Happy to provide this coverage.
Mine's good. Mine's really nice.
And now Switzerland checks in. So we've got a frenzy of checking in here now from across the world. Isn't that awesome to see? If you can't be here, I guess it is the next best thing, isn't it? So we see teams here. Tirinzoni putting their first stone in the top 12, and Ladouceur electing to get that corner guard up. They'll look to use that in a bit and get a stone in behind it. In the meantime here, we're going to see this red stone come down and look to nestle in behind their top guard. Sweepers have been off it the whole way, feels comfortable. And that is going to line up behind. A little deeper maybe than they wanted, but is buried. And as suspected, we see Isabelle call for the next stone to go in behind that corner guard. Sweepers off this, feeling there's enough weight for it to land where it needs to go. Now on it a bit to make sure it gets there. Making sure it just ducks under that guard, and it does. There is enough distance between that guard and Tirinzoni immediately calling for backline weight to come down and bump that yellow out. Hopefully get a roll in under her stone at the top 12. Makes the hit, rolls, and gets under it. What a shot. We saw in a few games there yesterday, lots of teams really working to get that hit and roll, and you know, this ice being is so good and the rocks are lively here for being a club event, really struggling to find that perfect balance of the weight and getting the roll where they wanted. And you know, we see here again the world women's #1 team make it look easy. I just hope when I curl on Monday night that I can do the same. I'm sure some of you who curl out there are hoping the same too. So now we see that top guard removed and by Ladouceur, and now Tirinzoni's going to return the favor and remove the yellow guard of Ladouceur. Want to make sure that shooter rolls over and gets out of the way. It doesn't quite go out of the sheet though, so.
1 second.
Probably not going to be a playable stone, but definitely a trip hazard. So teams will want to watch out for that as they come down sweeping. Osaka, thank you for, yes, you can. I don't know that I can make that hit and roll, but I'm definitely going to try. So wanting to put back up a corner guard here, try to be able to generate some offense. Down 2-0 after the first. Definitely not a hole that is insurmountable. Lots of curling left in this game.
Dat kan ik dan even fest. Zo. Ja, vind je goed? Ja, toch is het gewoon aan. Ganz Fuß. Het is zeker auch schon fein da, oder? 90er.
Tirinzoni with her first to 2 here. Skipping the team, but throwing third stones. Looking to get a stone here in the full 8 foot. Sweepers are on this hard. Might be a little light. It's coming down.
Do you like the hit and roll? No? Okay.
You like that? Or do you like it?
That was
So
nice.
calling for the draw behind the corner guard, and we just heard the front end ask themselves up there whether they like the hit and roll. And then now a team conversation ensues.
That's true.
Great to see these teams communicating, making sure both the person throwing and the person calling the shot know exactly what is expected, where they want to go, and just chatting through alternatives. That's what makes these teams great. So we see the call still to have the come around to the corner guard. So gets behind the corner guard, but behind T line, so not optimal for where that shot wanted to end up, and gives an opportunity for Team Tirinzoni to come down and freeze to it, essentially locking that stone out of a scoring opportunity, and Tirinzoni going down for her second of 2 shots, and just wants to come and sit on top of that yellow stone ahead of the tee line. Calling the sweep hard here to hold line, get it past the guard with enough room, make the hit. Might have been my mistake there, folks, actually calling for a hit rather than a freeze. Either way, the shot was made, and yellow stone's been removed.
Which turn?
Call for the hit here to try to remove a couple of these red stones. Makes the hit and sticks. Is some separation between that yellow and red stone, so that will be removable. So stone comes down. Sweepers are on it, calling off. Must feel the line is okay. Oh, makes the hit. Yellowstone gets out, does catch a piece of their own red stone, and that falls out, so leaving a single red stone in the rings.
Yeah. I think that one's
So
easier.
we're down into skip stones here in the second end. Tirinzoni up 2-0. Isabelle with her first of 2 stones here.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa, other way! No, no, no! Straight, straight! Whoa, 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 whoa! It's hitting nose now, sorry. I was gonna go for the other way, but then you said side. When I meant other way, I meant I'm going for the hit and roll the other way.
Wir können ein bisschen besser steuern, aber wir können auch gleich lang, wenn es dir lieber ist. 10, 5, genau, 10, 47. Gut.
Gonna trade hits here. Tirinzoni will look to hit and replace this stone with their own. So that it'll force Isabelle with a hit in her last shot, assumingly going for a blank, and Tirinzoni hoping that might be a miss. So
Ja. 11-4.
Do you stink from down there?
I think so. Oh, okay, great. Yep. That should be close. Okay.
So this rolls over and under the guard, which really makes this a little more complicated for Isabelle Ladouceur to make that hit and roll out, but probably a shot she's practiced many times.
Close. Yep, yep. Whoa. Yes, yes, yes.
Calling hard so it gets past that guard.
Good.
It does, makes the hit, and they do achieve the blank, which was what she wanted.
Good sleep, Grace.
So they'll move into the third end with Team Ladouceur retaining hammer. Down 2-0 here at the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic. Women's event brought to you by Neon Trade. Men's event brought to you by Steel Subaru. And of course, Stu Sells Realty Team, Stu Sankey. Rumor has it he's here in Halifax now, so look forward to catching up with him today. As some of you follow these games, commentator does things a little differently here. We're all volunteers, and I like to see where people are watching from on YouTube and giving shout-outs. So thanks for everyone who's checked in. Anyone else who's checked in here on this last second or third end, let us know where you're watching from. So we see this stone trying to get in here to the top 4. Yeah, Rick, it was an awesome tick, and it was tight to the guard to make that, to be able to make that hit and roll out as Isabelle did there in that last end. Again, Tirinzoni, such a great team, knowing that if they placed that stone under that guard, it was going to increase the level of difficulty and offer an opportunity for a miss. But Ladouceur rising to the challenge and making the hit and roll, and we're here now in the third end with Ladouceur retaining hammer down by 2. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, the sponsors really are the key to making this happen. I will disclose a conflict. I'm a little biased for the company Neon Train. You may see me wearing that jacket here in the booth. It's a company that I actually founded and own, based here in Halifax. We've sponsored the women's event since its creation and fundamentally wanted to make sure that any funding that we tied to this event ensured that the purses were fully equal between the men's and women's event. And took absolutely zero convincing and not even a thought with the organizers of the event to make that happen. And my team and I, very proud sponsors of this event. Training and education company, specialize in online learning. My selfless plug, helping businesses and organizations get their training online. Check out our website, neontrain.com. And that's all I'm going to say about that for now, because we've got some curling to watch here. Rick, I do have a monitor here at my booth that I can see the stream. And I actually have another television to my upper right where we have overhead cameras to see the top-down shot of the rings. We see this stone come down, trying to get in behind the center guard. Comes down nicely just onto the center line, and now offers an opportunity for Ladouceur to get on a little bit more of the offensive and get a stone in there into the rings behind that red center guard, electing not yet to use her corner guard that was put up there nicely in the first shot. Sweepers off this one. Looks like it might be a little heavy as this is going to float through the house inland. The back 12. Yeah, we got the back 12 here. So a little bit heavy, and now offers an opportunity for Tirinzoni to call the shot where Isabelle wanted that one to end up and get into the top of the 4-foot now. And this stone comes down and is also a little bit heavy. So
What was the time on
team's
mine?
trying to find that draw weight here in the third
What was
end.
the time on mine?
Offers an opportunity for Ladouceur to call the same shot again.
Top 12! Top 8!
Sweeping hard on this one. Took obviously a bit off, having the first one gone heavy, and now sweeping hard, pushing it down. Really want to get this behind the guard, and they do nicely.
What was that?
Great sweep.
Ja, also waren wir nicht so.
As I mentioned earlier, Team Ladouceur down to 3 players, putting a lot more pressure and physical effort on front end.
Team 3?
Great sweep there to get that under.
Almost.
T-line.
Looking for a draw here to come down. Both sweepers on it pretty hard here. Must be feeling it's a little light. As it comes down and sits in front of the Yellowstone. We'll give them something to use. But Ladouceur, knowing that, looking to maybe get rid of it as she takes a look here in the house, and a few stones in play here. Decision either to take that out or
What?
draw in behind their yellow,
What'd
which
you say?
is definitely open.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like the only way I really see it against the court is if we're on the back line.
Yeah.
I don't mind coming wide.
Again, Skip Isabelle Ladouceur
Yeah.
talking with the
I think
shooter,
15-3, I think she said.
Grace Lloyd, confirming
so.
a couple options and then making the decision.
Yeah.
Come in for the draw. Communication of these teams so key and critical.
Top 12! 3, 2! Okay. I also thought it was lighter out of her hand.
Kijk, het is nog maar zo. Allemaal van daar zien.
So that winds up short.
Also ich glaube, jetzt ist auch nicht der gleiche wie sie, ja. Aber eben, dann wahrscheinlich sagen nicht mehr so kurz sein wie der, glaube ich. Ich habe das Gefühl, mit 14,5 ist irgendwie gegangen.
Team Tirinzoni in this event up 2 wins and 0 losses for a record so far. Team Ladouceur has 1 loss so far. So still some curling left for both of these teams. Standings and scores can be found on Curling Zone and Halifax Curling Club's website, halifaxcurl.com. And the Stu Sells curling site, stucurls.com as well. Lots of places to get the information you need. Or you can come down to the club, check out the draw boards. Free admission, entertainment every night. A lively atmosphere, lots of fun folks here watching and participating. Come on down. 948 South Bland Street, Halifax. Comes down,
Sorry, I thought this was gonna come
just
down more.
pushes Tirinzoni rock out again behind that tee line. So lots of stones in play down there. First of 2 stones for third, throwing last stone, Alina Pats. Wanting to get down in on top of that yellow stone on the edge of the 4 and sit, and it pushes it back. Shot stone now. Does give an opportunity for a hit and roll for Ladouceur to bury a stone in on the button.
Would you give Grace?
I gave her here.
Not going to be a heavy hit. Going to be a back line weight probably.
I don't think more.
They're just trying to adjust the broom where they want to throw this. Both teams, having been pretty much playing on this side of the ice exclusively, would have been watching each other's throws so that when it comes down to these clutch shots, they really have a good feel and confidence in where they're aiming for.
Yeah.
First of 2 stones here. Trying to get this hit and roll into the button area.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. 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 Hard. Hard.
And that one comes up a little tight inside, rubs off the guard and rolls out.
Yeah, I think so. What?
Also, ja, vielleicht nicht ganz halten, aber
So now contemplating here.
Und ich denke, das wäre ein guter Stein, aber wenn es schwierig ist, machen wir etwas anderes. Machen wir einfach eine Guard, Philipp. Ja. Ja, also weißt du, wenn du den Material dann ist ja auch einfach, weißt du, hast mega wenig Spatzig. Wenn du da bist, dann musst du ihn nur berühren für 2. Gut, ja, aber 2 ist ja, also Gut, dann können wir auch einfach eine Karte machen, da gibt es auch nie mehr als 2, oder? Also, erstens mit dem, aber... Ja. Also ich finde, da ist mega wenig spaßig. Wenn du 30 bist, ist er nicht gut. Oder? Also das ist der Beste. Und sonst würde ich glaube einfach da. Okay? Okay, dann da. Ist gut. Und das andere wäre von dieser Seite einspielen. Ja. Nein, ich glaube, Wart ist gut. Sicher.
Watching them make this decision here as they contemplate where they want this to go.
Er muss nach sein und dann auf dieser Seite, oder? Von innen hat sie ja nichts eigentlich.
Decision's been made. They're going to come in.
Zieh! Fest! Fest! Immer noch! Oh, noch eine Länge! Zieh Linie! Fest! Oh! Eine Stein!
Tight guard here as it lines up. Trying to protect that shot stone. Nicely lines up. Really closes a door there for Ladouceur to get in. With
Yeah, I
her
guess
last
one
stone
way.
here, not shot rock,
What?
facing a steal of 1 right now, looking for a way to get in.
I don't know. I think that's hard.
Our viewers out there, what would you do right now? Where would you throw this stone? Curious to see what you think. Put it up in the
Yeah, I
chat.
don't know. That has to come at least to here. Yeah, you don't think the draw is there?
You're looking to see if that draw is there on the left outside path. Again, neither
If you
team
get it,
having
play it
really
really
been
close.
down that side yet.
Okay. Okay.
Could be an opportunity for a run back on the yellow
Yeah,
topped
this
stone
scares me a
just
little
outside
bit.
of the rings. It's a long run back, and they really have to be careful and land that on the button. Couple options there. What do you think?
Oh, okay. I'm thinking that it's pretty swingy this way, so I think we can play this like, because I don't think we can play the straight draw, because I think it's too tight.
I just don't think you're getting your second shooter in. I don't, like, I think you could probably tap this up, but I don't think you're rolling enough.
Well, that was our original plan. I'm like, it's kind of tight zone.
Oop, I just touched that.
If I,
So Tirinzoni really making this difficult for
I don't-
Isabelle Ladouceur to
I don't think that's
find a
there for
path
sure.
in
I think it's only there for.
to score a point.
because I also think if we hit this nose, that's jamming and rolling. So if it's like spin, that's
Yeah,
Out turn through the port. Isabelle is a lefty. Yeah, that's there, isn't it? They don't seem to be looking at that though.
just because I think that the 6 might roll. So like, but if we
so
hit
this
it,
this is planned.
yeah,
Okay.
I think unless it,
Yeah.
because it's there.
I think so. I think you have to throw a lot of weight because this has to roll all the way out of the.
All right, let's do it. Feel.
Okay.
So they're lining up here for what looks to be an attempt at a double takeout. The angle is just there for a run back that if she hits this pretty much nose on, would force the red stone back into the back red stone, and both could split out either side of the house, but this is going to be a tough shot. Isabelle Ladouceur in her
Close, yeah.
Last shot of this third end up against a red stone potential steal, and we see Connor Rubbs makes a hit and have a steal of 1 by Tirinzoni, who's going to now go up 3-0. The end of the third, moving into the fourth with Ladouceur retaining hammer into the next end. So lots of stones in play on that end, lots of excitement. And now teams will confer, have a little chat as they get ready for the fourth end here. Other games going on here. Team Constantini up 3-1 in the third end against Team Waxilly. Team Hilliard tied at 2 with Team Black in the third end as well. Fourth end there. They had a blank in the third. And over on sheet 1, we've got Team Curtis and Team Jones tied at 1 apiece. So tight games across the board here. Appreciate you watching our game here. But on sheet 2, Hilliard and Black is also being streamed. Lots of options here this week to watch curling. So we see stones being put in the fourth end in a similar place we've seen a couple other ends. Tirinzoni going to that top of the top 4, and Ladouceur getting the corner guard up, wanting to use it, generate a bit of offense here, down by 3. Rick, you're watching 5 events at once, and you have a lot of windows open in your browser. That's commitment to watching curling. I'll give you that. That's a lot of curling. Glad one of those browsers is us here at the Stu Cells 1824 Halifax Classic. Women's event brought to you by Neon Train. All women's games on this morning at our 9:30 draw. Men's event running as well, brought to you by Steel Subaru. As we're watching Tirinzoni up 3-0 on Ladouceur, and that last end, a lot of stones in play. Ladouceur pretty much locked out of the scoring and went for a run back double takeout and just didn't quite make it. So steal of 1 in that third end, and now we see Tirinzoni putting this stone down as a guard just outside of the rings. Yep, maybe just caught the ring, but nicely lined up is really what they wanted. Calling for a takeout here. Want to start peeling out some of these red stones, so not faced with as many in the rings as the end goes on. Ladouceur looking to get at least 2 in this end to start digging out of this 3-0 hole.
Sollst du einfach aufmachen? Oder der? Aber du müsstest eine Zone. So geht er nicht.
Looking here at removing this corner guard stone. One, two, so one sticks around off in the corner. Does open up the yellow stone that's on that edge of the 8. And Isabelle now looking to call for the hit. Looking at the double here, the way these stones are lined up nicely for that. Communicating back what weight. They're looking for peel weight, and they wanted to hit on the nose, so make these red stones go away. Stone comes down his nose, and 1, 2, they are gone. Makes the hit. Leaves 2 yellow stones sitting in the 8-foot, and now Tirinzoni immediately looking to see if the double is there. At least move 1 and maybe roll over.
Ich glaube, das ist Move, ja. Ja. Delphi? Ja. So dass er noch offen ist an uns nachher. Also, Edge oder einfach ein bisschen. Wie? Nein, also er muss schon ein bisschen versteckt sein, aber nicht komplett. Weil wir sind nicht Schott. Wir müssen
First stone here for Tirinzoni, throwing 3rd stones. Sweeper's indicating might be a little heavy. Makes the hit, sticks on the nose, no roll, so that stays in play there. Think it might be red stone.
I still like that too.
Very close, hard to tell. Either way, calling for the hit, want to remove it. To try to curl it here, move it in, make the hit, sticks on the nose.
Okay.
2 yellow stones lying in the house.
Halbe ist näher.
Sie nicht perfekt, weil wir uns zusammen.
Ja, ist gut. oben. Ja. Saftig.
Looking for a hit here. Sweeper on it. 1, 2 makes them both go away and makes it look easy. Leaves the rings open now for Ladouceur to call for a draw here and get a stone back in play, tucked under red, yellow guards. Really looking to try to generate some offense to dig out of this 3-0
Top 8!
small hole that they're in the fourth against
Top 12!
number one in the world ranked Tirinzoni. So
3.
that one comes up a little short. And now we'll see Tirinzoni look to get one in there, going a bit of the offensive to bury something in and try to generate a steal. Great to have viewers interact with us on the stream. I really enjoy hearing where people are from and what they think of the game. Just had a message sent for shout out to Al Thompson from Halifax. Al, if you're watching, I know you're a fan of curling. Hopefully we'll see you down here at the club this weekend. Reminder to you and everyone, free admission here. It's been free admission every year here, which makes it really open and accessible for anyone to come down, watch these games. So we watch the stone come down, tucks in a little bit higher than where they wanted it.
I like that too. Yeah, we have to make sure we get by that red.
Yeah, and it's my intern as well.
Okay.
So now looking for a draw here. Bury one in behind that red Tirinzoni stone. Really can't be too deep here, or we'll give an opportunity for Tirinzoni to come down and lock onto it and freeze them out. Buried behind a couple of those guards, so important shot here in the fourth.
Line's good. Line's hard, curl.
Sweepers on it.
Hard.
Calling hard.
Hard.
To curl it and just get it in behind. And
Great sweep, Grace. 14-8.
they get it in there, but it is peeking out just a bit. That will make it open for Tirinzoni to be able to get down and bump it out. Speaking about coming down and watching the event, we do have 2 levels here. I'm on the first. There's a second level up above. Great view of all the sheets. Overhead cameras with TVs watching the rings as well. A bar lounge. We've got some games up there. A big Connect 4, a big Jenga. We've got even cornhole going on. Nova Scotia Cornhole Association. Shout out to them for lending us some games. As we see this shot come down and is able to pick that out. Now, with that red stone sitting in the top 12, it's going to force Ladouceur for a draw here for 1, also known as a force. So they'll look to get one in and get on the scoreboard. Last stone here for skip Isabelle Ladouceur. Student.
Line's good.
Been curling for 15 years, and this is her first time curling at the Stu Cells 1824 Halifax Classic. As we see this stone draw in nicely. See the wave from the front end, so that's going to get them on the scoreboard with 1. Going into the 5th end. Close game here, folks. Hope you're enjoying the streaming.
14-6. Good sweep.
Our other stream game today is Team Hilliard and Team Black on sheet 2. Our sheets are numbered here 1824. Some of you may have picked up on that. Often confuses curlers when they come into the club. Wondering what happened there. And 1824 is the founding of the Halifax Curling Club. One of the, if not very close to the oldest continuous operating clubs in Canada. About to hit its 200th anniversary, and a team of volunteers working on a history research project, digging through archives to do a really cool exhibit on curling here at the club. In its current spot in the south end of Halifax since around 1920 is my understanding, where I believe it was an open-air freestanding structure and we relied on the winter chill to freeze the ice. Closed in some years later, and now beautiful facility here. Close to our local universities, Dalhousie University and St. Mary's, where we see those university teams curl out of this club quite often, and a club of all ages and ranges, from competitive curlers to rec curlers. Obviously I'm biased because I curl out of this club, but a fun place to be. We see this 5th end, Ladouceur putting up a guard. And now Tirinzoni calling in for the shot to the top 4, and immediately Isabelle's going to call to come down on top of that and get a yellow stone in the rings. This one comes down. It's going to come up a little bit light. Not quite where they wanted it, but is in line with their other guard, and going to give an opportunity for Tirinzoni to try to sink a second one in there. We see this stone comes down. Might be running a little heavy, but now they're going to try to push it down.
for light again.
So out of the hands, thinking they're light. So this one comes down and is fading, but gonna sweep it in and get it into the top of the ring. So it's gonna nestle in there nicely, and one sweeper for Team Ladouceur, getting a lot of work today and manages to get that one in.
Wir können es schon aufmachen, aber eigentlich hilft es ihr mehr weder uns. Eigentlich müssen wir, aber sie müssen auch, oder?
Ich wüsste einfach wie nicht, wo die Zuspuren spielen.
Auf die Seite, nachher muss sie in den Rand weg, also sie muss, was macht sie? Sie frisst vielleicht nochmal, aber es nützt ihr ja auch nichts, oder?
Also kann man ein bisschen tappen. Nicht, dass sie schockt ist oder so, aber einfach das Ganze ein bisschen.
Ja.
So now discussing.
Ich glaube einfach, also ja, ich weiß, aber nachher machen wir es sehr einfach, oder? Also es gibt fast größere.
Ja. Also ich werde
If they want to start guarding that up early or try to remove a couple of those yellow
Die Frage
stones.
ist einfach, ob der überhaupt ins Spiel kommt. Weißt du, wir machen es einfach hier ein bisschen einfacher, oder? Weil wir können fast nicht beide nehmen. Also wir können wahrscheinlich nur den Vorder nehmen und nachher wir können den selber freezen.
All the team is getting down on the action now, discussing it. These games here are not timed like others on the Slam Tour and other world events.
Ja, ich glaube, der Freeze wäre sonst das andere. Also,
Gives the players a little bit more of an opportunity to discuss things.
ja.
But sometimes makes the games run a little longer and put some pressure on the organizers and ice makers. So looks like they make that decision pretty quickly and going to look to start removing some of those yellow stones. Makes the hit, gets the takeout.
How much of this do you see? Right over half.
I don't like that.
Now Ladouceur
I think you try and bump.
Let's just try to push this a bit. Okay.
down by 2, trying to figure out how can she work towards a steal here. Calling here to make it curl. Run their guard back and not quite where they wanted that to go, and runs out of the house. Going to see Tirinzoni not mess around here. Want to make some of these yellow stones go away, not leaving any chance or opportunity for Ladouceur to steal. Gets that guard out of the way. So discussion here whether to
Yeah, I think so too.
where to come in. They want to try to place this locket in front of their yellow.
Yeah. Talk 12!
Right away, the sweeper's on it.
3!
Isabelle asking her to switch sides to try to make the stone curl more. This one's going to come up a little bit light.
Ganz Abfuss. Hinter T-Line ganz Abfuss.
Eight. The hit and roll is my
So runs in there to the just behind T line, full 8. Ladouceur looking now to make a hit and try to roll in. Makes a hit, rolls over and to the back of the 12. Still have these 2 red Tirinzoni stones nestled behind the yellow Ladouceur stone, and sitting 2 right now. Tirinzoni up 3-1, so Ladouceur looking at this as she comes into her last 2 stones, going to be thinking about how to remove and at least 1 or 2 of them, as Tirinzoni has last rock in this end. Tirinzoni throwing 3rd stones here and looking to put this one down into the rings. Now sitting 3 stones.
I think you have to. I think
they're going to have to do that.
Yep, I think you have to.
Isabelle saying we have to go. We have to get in there. So we're going to see a draw. Again, not a lot of stones on this side of the ice, so be interesting to see the communication and how the team handles this one. Admission is free. Come on down. lunch, supper here as well if you're hungry. Something like 12 or 14 beers on tap. We have drink specials. We have non-alcoholic drinks. Lots of great things going on here. Entertainment at night. As Ladouceur with her first 2 skip stones, looking to come down and get into onto the button to avoid a multi-point end here by Tirinzoni, who has 3 stones lying in the rings. This stone comes down and fades quickly. Light, as I said earlier, this side of the sheet not being played much, and Ladouceur going for a draw to the button there, and now leaves an opening for Tirinzoni to get another 4th stone in potential scoring position. Having just watched that Ladouceur stone go down, is now going to go down that same side of the ice, and Alina Pat's going to take a look here and try to put a stone in the rings to be sitting 4 potentially after this.
You can't be shot, but you can be second.
But then it's like an open flag.
So that one comes in, and not in scoring position, but
well, I don't even
takes away a path for Ladouceur to get in.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I'm like, it's pretty straight. So
Would have been their call to do that, and knowing they're sitting 2, now has only really gives the other side to look to come in, and really hard to get to that button at that point.
Yeah.
Big shot here in the 5th for Ladouceur, down 3-1, facing Tirinzoni, who has 2 shots scoring, maybe 3. In the event right now, with 1 loss, Ladouceur, Tirinzoni with 2 wins, no losses. Big shot here, folks.
Line's good.
Needs to get in there and cut down some of this damage
Okay.
that could
Need the
ensue.
back one? Yep, go for the back one. Hard. Hard.
Trying to catch it side of that button. It's going to be a little long, but now they just want to try to, again, minimize some of the damage and bump that red stone out. So now cuts it down to Tirinzoni sitting 2. But does give an opportunity for Tirinzoni to come down and follow that yellow stone and have some backing, and then be able to get 3 potentially here in the 5th and take a commanding lead. Makes the hit doesn't stick around, though, so bit of a miss. And they are sitting 3. That red at the top of the 8, I missed that when I was looking. So cutting it from 4 down to 3, and that was it's going to be tough. Now going to go up 6-1. You're watching live streaming at the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic. Title sponsor for women's is Neon Train.
Gotta carry 3 rocks back now.
All sheets this morning, women's draws. Women's draw being the 3rd year for this, and we see now the teams. Shakes, Ladouceur conceding after giving up 3 there in that end, that this game is over. So a quick finish to this game, ending in the 5th. Team Tirinzoni now goes up 3-0. Ladouceur falls to 0 wins and 2 losses. Tough game for them. Definitely some opportunities that made this game closer than the score, but both teams now are going to take back, do game reviews, and get ready for the next. So really appreciate everyone watching online. Lots of call-outs here from Switzerland to Ontario to Halifax, Michigan. Really great having you all contribute with the online chat. Really love engaging with the fans and viewers of this event. Switch over to the other stream. We've got Team Hilliard and Team Black. And that's it for now. My name's Rob Beliveau, signing off for this game. Probably might hear from me again later on. Enjoy your day, folks. Talk soon.